So I put the rice to soak in water for at least 15 minutes. I had this soaking for more than 15 minutes, but this helps the rice cook faster and more evenly. I'm gonna drain the rice. Just making sure I get all the water out. Again, when you soak the rice in water, the rice itself gets softer. So when you cook it, it's going to cook faster. So I'm using ghee butter to cook the rice with. I'm gonna put the pot on the stove, let it heat up on medium. I'm gonna wait for it to heat up a little bit. And I put about a tablespoon of ghee butter in there. I'm going to put the rice in, and I'm just gonna toss it around a little bit just to spread around the butter. So then I'm just making sure that I'm distributing the butter evenly. I'm kind of toasting the rice a little bit. So after I make sure that the butter is everywhere in the rice, I'm gonna either add bone broth or water. Most of the time I use bone broth. I don't make my own, not all the time. A lot of times I do make, but when I'm making rice, I usually just use this. This is from Costco. It's really good bone broth. So I'm just going to pretty much keep putting until the rice is completely covered. So for people who haven't made rice yet, they're pretty much new to this, there's a trick. You get your pinky, there's a line right here, you put your finger, and the water has to basically touch that line. So that's how much water there should be in the rice. And then I'm just gonna let it boil. I'm putting it on high right now because I'm not used to the stove. Usually it's supposed to be like medium to medium high. I'm gonna add sea salt. Be generous because rice is delicious when it's seasoned well. I like to do this just to make sure that the water is everywhere evenly, I guess, and also the butter and the salt. So I kind of flip it with a fork. So I don't just wait for the water to boil only, but the water has to be reduced a little bit in order for me to cover it and then lower the stove. So the rice is absorbing the water or the broth, and as you see, a lot of it has been reduced. So when I see it like this is when I start, I'll lower it. So I put it on low now, and I'm gonna put the timer on for 6 minutes. And then you cover it. We're gonna keep it covered like this on low heat until the timer goes off, and then I'm gonna actually take it and put it on the side for another 7 minutes. Okay, so the time came to an end. I'm gonna turn off the stove and I'm going to bring this pot and put it on the side. The reason why I do this is because my stove stays hot. So if I keep it on the stove, it'll burn the rice. So this is going to stay covered for another 7 minutes. While it's still covered, it's going to be still cooking. Another 7 minutes while it's covered. Okay, the 7 minutes are up. And now I'm gonna uncover the rice. I'm going to bring a fork. And I'm just going to fluff it. And that's it. This is pretty much ready to be served. A lot of the times I'll add spices in there. It depends. A lot of the times, believe it or not, if you put a little bit of garlic in here, it tastes delicious. But for today's purposes, I didn't do that. This is ready to be served. I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. See you next time. Make sure to check out my baking account at Sherri Berry's Bakery.
And don't forget to grab yourself a copy of Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. It is a traditional cookbook that has been rewritten without the bad foods, especially gluten and no oil. It is 300 pages jammed with recipes and a great textbook to follow. And don't forget to check us out on Instagram at Notus Foods. We do post a lot more gluten-free and oil-free recipes. And feel free to message us on there. It is a lot easier for us to contact you. Thank you.